so mad at Temba. She packed her bags and told him to get out. And Temba walked to the door and Zodwa yelled at him, I hope you die a long, slow, painful death, you idiot. Temba turned around and said, you want me to stay? I know you've replenished your stock. You're all looking good now, and the weather is so good for the red wine that you just bought today. And I hear you guys from Southern Wood in East London were already celebrating last night, with the lift of alcohol ban. Ooh, you guys, you must take it easy. Remember, the virus is still with us, irrespective of the lockdown level. Please take it easy. Good evening and welcome to Opportunity Tuesday on Talk with Rams Live. Now that you've replenished your stock, Dr. Thando Sibanda is here to replenish your arsenal to personal development. Thank you for choosing us, and thank you for choosing this 30 minutes of most powerful digital content this side of the equator. A quick disclaimer. I don't know whether we're going to have the full 30. The network is playing terrible, is playing a bad game, in particular with Freddie on the technical side. So we hope it holds on. If it doesn't, we shall pre-record at some point and post at some point, hoping that I can find Dr. T's time again. I never want to waste his time. I already get so much from him. I don't want to ever waste his time. We are live on Facebook and YouTube as Talk with Rams. I know you know by now. I'm not going to tell you the guys on Instagram. If you want to see Dr. T, you go to YouTube. On Instagram, you only hear him and see me. We are on WhatsApp for voice notes on 067-271-8239. Please participate, send your questions and comments. We are on Twitter at TalkWithRams1, but you can participate, of course, on Facebook as usual and on Instagram. And I can also read your tweets on YouTube, or your comments on YouTube. Now, 2 weeks ago, we started on the subject of setting attainable goals. And we shall do a quick recap quickly, but tonight we take the subject further and focus on the 5 golden rules of goal setting. Dr. Thando Sibanda, good evening to you.
Good evening, my brother Rams. How are you, sir?
I'm talking lovely. Always grateful to have you here. How are you?
No, I'm well. I was having withdrawal symptoms, seeing we didn't have the program last week, man. I
felt like I abandoned you, Dr. T. But I take comfort in knowing that I dragged you to some 1 a.m. engagement. Or 2 a.m. So.
No, that was good.
But I know that on this platform, we owe our guys a presence. They were waiting for us, and thank you guys for coming back. It was just I had to take care of some stuff. Dr. T, I want us to catch up a bit on what we had a conversation about 2 weeks ago, and I want to start again at the top. Do people have a problem with planning?
Yeah, well, the research says so, Rams. The research says that when you look at DHM research experts, they say that broadly only 1/3 of the population has a written down plan that has attainable goals, a plan that they use to guide their lives by, and invariably it's about 2/3 of the population that don't have a plan that they have, and so that's one of the biggest challenges. Research says that most people don't have a written down plan.
Is it because we are not very rational when it comes to planning, Dr. T? I know. I mean, sometimes I tend to be emotional. I tend to see, let me get personally and very funny, by the way. Then I see somebody I have scant regard for having produced a book, and I say, this year I'm going to do a book. I can't be beaten by so-and-so.
Absolutely. Our biggest challenge is, of course, emotional rather than rational planning. whether it's New Year's Eve, as you are saying, we see something that we would aspire to be or aspire to do. In that moment, we then let out a certain plan that has been conceived within the emotion of the moment. But the challenge with that is that a while later, a week later, a month later, hours later, the emotion departs, and the reality of the